Hey guys, today I'm here with my husband Ben, who went vegan this year in January, and today we are going to be doing a little Q&A as to how and why he went vegan. So, you ready? So you decided to go vegan in December, but you decided that you were going to do Veganuary.
Yeah.
And before you went vegan, you were quite the avid meat and dairy consumer. Can you just explain how much meat and dairy you used to eat?
Definitely quite a lot. I mean, there was days where I was having like chicken for breakfast, chicken for lunch, and probably sometimes chicken for dinner. You know, and
a lot of beef.
A lot of beef. It was kind of a lot of different variations. So that most days it was meat for lunch, meat for breakfast, meat for lunch, meat for dinner, and so forth. Really.
Yeah, and how about your dairy consumption? Because that was quite extreme, wasn't it?
You know, there was, like I said as well, there was days where I was probably going, I could go to the shop, buy a 4-pinter of milk, get it down me in one day, sometimes last over 2 days, but that was pretty much a continuous cycle of that, really.
Yeah, it was pretty extreme, wasn't it?
Mm.
So did consuming that much meat and dairy have any effects on you?
In a sense of, like, health-wise, I was definitely a lot more worse off then. I mean, I believe I was getting a little like more ill then as well. You know, it was definitely affecting my gut. Not to sound too graphic, affecting my bowels. You know, gas would smell a lot worse. You know, but yeah, that was all done now since the transition. I mean, I'm feeling a lot better inside.
So you've definitely been feeling a lot better since going vegan?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
What was the reason you decided to go vegan?
I mean, we'd seen a few documentaries on Netflix, nothing too graphic, mainly like explaining like the health benefits and what will happen if you carry on like eating meat, and it was just knowing what is going to happen and how it was affecting me made me realise that, you know, meat wasn't really for me, and coming to the realisation that it's just not necessary, really.
Yeah. And I in particular watch a lot of YouTubers, don't I? Like vegan YouTubers, and I think like from seeing those sorts of videos probably prompted you more into it as well.
Definitely, yeah.
So can you tell them how you actually went vegan and whether you found it easy to go vegan?
Well, I decided at the end of last year I was going to give Veganuary a go. Did not really expect it to like go as well as I thought. Obviously at first, because I was such an avid meat eater, it was tricky, you know, because I did it cold turkey, didn't even wean myself off it.
Yeah, but you just went straight into it, didn't
but
you?
as time went by, the easier it got. I mean, and now, I mean, I rarely ever get a meat craving or a dairy craving anymore, you know.
Yeah, so speaking of cravings, if and when you have had any meat and dairy cravings, because obviously, like we said before, you were quite an avid meat and dairy consumer, and you did go cold turkey into veganism. So I guess like the odd craving here and there was probably to be expected, because obviously. So if and when you have had cravings, how do you combat those cravings?
Well, I know that like even if I were to get those cravings, I could easily, say for example Sainsbury's up the road from us do a lot of like great meat substitutes, so if I get those cravings I could always go buy myself a jackfruit burger, some Cumberland sausages, and in all fairness they taste better, you know, a lot better. There's tofu, you can pretty much make, you know, enough anything with that. Just experiment and just do what you can to battle those cravings, really.
So have you found any of the alternatives to be, I know you just said that they taste a lot better, but have you found any of the alternatives has it taken you a while to get used to any of them?
To be honest, no, not really.
So you quite like the taste of...
I do really like the taste of the alternatives. I mean, like,
And in comparison to, like, what you were eating?
No, I find with a lot of the alternatives, taste is definitely better. Take corn chicken nuggets, for example. I mean, for me, they taste the same, texture's the same, and you can barely even tell the difference, and they're completely cruelty-free.
Yeah, so I think it's quite good on this channel for you to listen about Ben, because he's quite the junk food vegan, and I'm trying to be more of a whole foods plant-based, so I guess you get quite a diverse range of what we eat, because Ben is very much junk food and I am very much trying to go towards a healthier lifestyle.
I do eat some whole foods.
Yeah, I do still eat like junk food. I mean, a lot of my diet at the moment has been quite junky, but yeah, so let's not get too off topic. Do you find it easy to find and cook vegan food?
It is quite easy now. It's a lot easier than what it used to be. See, back a while ago, you could go to a pub, you could find no vegan alternatives. Now you can go to loads of places, find that even have like a set vegan menu, or various different vegan options. Cooking wise, well, like I see, you can easily it's fairly easy. You can experiment, just try and make what you like, really.
And how about finding vegan options in shops now? So like when you go food shopping, do you find vegan options easy to find now?
They're definitely getting a lot easier to find. Obviously some places have a lot more than others, but I do believe as time goes on it will be a lot easier to find.
Yeah, I think like as the demand rises, it's definitely there's definitely way more options now, and like the same as you were saying in restaurants, there is definitely more options now.
Oh yeah.
I still think some restaurants need to accommodate more and have more variety of options, but yeah, I think it's definitely a lot easier than it was before, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So do you think you would ever go back to eating meat and dairy at all?
Nah, what's the point, why put my health at risk again when I can just have better and healthier alternatives, and that's only going to grow and more's just going to come out.
Yeah. Plus you're saving a lot of animals' lives in
exactly,
the process and the environment.
Exactly.
So I think the only other thing I wanted to ask you is if you have any advice for anyone that is thinking about transitioning onto a vegan diet or thinking about looking into veganism.
I mean, it's definitely worth giving it a shot. I mean, there's plenty of ways you can go about doing it. There's so many alternatives out there. There's so many groups, videos, whatever that can help you along the way.
Yeah. There's also like the website for Veganuary, and there's also Challenge 22 as well, which you did that as well, didn't
that's
you?
what I did, yeah.
So.
And that's those groups or pages are filled with people who are doing the exact same thing, so everybody's there to help each other. Yeah,
like you're all there to support one another through transitioning and stuff, and give each other advice if you're struggling or whatever. You can always reach out to us, we'll be happy to help as well. So hopefully we've answered all of your questions. If there's anything we've missed out, please don't be afraid to comment down below and we'll try and get back to you. Just quickly before we go, Ben does have a YouTube channel which I will link down below. He does gaming videos if anyone's interested in having a look at that and following him. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. So, yeah, thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Bye-bye!